Hello, welcome to episode 3 of NHL Team Talk. Today we're going over the Detroit Red Wings. Previously mentioned Buffalo Sabres, Los Angeles Kings. Buffalo Sabres was the first episode. LA was second. We went over them, what they could do in the draft and upcoming free agency with the players you have to re-sign, players they're looking at, players that they can draft in this year. Buffalo having the 8th overall pick, LA having the number 2, Detroit this year having the number 4 after finishing worst in the league. With only 17 wins. Absolutely horrible. I think 39 points was their total. They're in an interesting position. They were looking at, we're going to get Lafreniere. We can get Byfield. At the very least, we're going to get Stutzel. Now, I'm looking at a guy like Cole Perfetti, Lucas Raymond. Jamie Drysdale has a potential going top 4, maybe even top 5, but I seriously do not see them drafting Jamie Drysdale. A team like that, it's horrible to see Detroit suffer so much. I mean, original 6 franchise, and what was like a 23-year playoff consecutive run, something crazy like that. And now they finished 17 wins in a season. Their team is seriously falling apart. You look at it, their first line, very, very good, I believe. Larkin, Mantha, Bertuzzi. For a team with 17 wins, that is a very good first line. Then you get their second line, and you're just like, holy crap, that's just absolutely atrocious. Dmitry Timashov, Vitaly Filppula, and Darren Helm. Filppula and Helm both very veteranistic, if that's a word. They're old. They're not great players, but they're not second line material. On a team like Tampa, you'll see maybe Filppula on the fourth line pushing the AHL. Just think about it. It's just crazy. Honestly, it's literally crazy to see how these players are on a second line for a team, and they could be fourth potential AHLers on another. Now, there was plus minus on the team was Vitaly Filppula with a negative 42. Actually, one of the only pluses, which is very interesting, I found this very interesting. One of the only pluses on the team was Dmitrio Timashov with a +1. The other player is Brian Lashoff, who's a left defenseman. It's crazy to find a guy that's a +1 and also a negative 42 on the same line. But here we are talking about the Detroit Red Wings, for God's sakes. So their depth chart isn't too good. They have to sign a couple people. Johan Franzen and Kyle Brodziak are on LTIR. Brodziak is 36, Franzen is 40. I see both of them probably retiring. But going into the real players who they have to sign, Sam Gagner, Chris Terry, Matt Pumple, Jonathan Ericsson, Trevor Daley, Jimmy Howard, just to name a few. I could see Howard retiring. Trevor Daley might retire. Jonathan Ericsson also might retire. I believe Jonathan Ericsson's been with the team since draft day, which was, I believe, 2002. I'm not too sure. You also look at the injuries, LTIR. Henrik Zetterberg's still on there. I mean, he's basically retired at this point. I forgot if he announced it. In their minors, they got some good guys coming up. Evgeny Svechnikov, 23, drafted 19th overall in 2015, and then Giovanni Smith, 2016, 46th overall. Played 21 games this season, not bad. Philip Zadina, 28 games played, not too bad. He's also injured. Joey Veleno, I heard he's actually coming up pretty good, 30th overall in 2018. There's good speculation that this kid can turn out to what he was supposed to be. Their defense is very good for the future. A guy like Jared Mizaic, Philip Roenick, Gustav Lindstrom, and obviously the big name Moritz Seider, drafted last year, 6th overall, 2019. That's about it for the depth chart. Just absolutely horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Now this year they do have 3 second-round picks. their own, Edmonton and Washington, all going to be a decent amount of rankings. Their caps situation is actually, funnily enough, pretty bad. Danny DeKeyser on injured reserve. He's making $5 a year. He's 30 years old. It's not good, okay? And then, obviously, Johan Franzen, his contract's going to end this year, was making a little south of $4 million, and Brodziak was 1.15, which is not horrible. And then Zetterberg is going from 6.08 for the next year. Mike Green, also his retained salary is going to end this year. In their buyout history, Stephen Weiss is going to end this year. Xavier Ouellet's also going to end this year. There's not a lot to say about Detroit. Their future isn't that bright. We're not going to lie. They can make a lot of moves. They have to sign Anthony Mantha, which is pretty big, although he is an RFA. Along with Bertuzzi, Adam Ierney, Brennan Pergolini, Christian N. Dimitri, Timashov, Madison Bowie, and that is it for the RFA list. That is not good. I'm not going to lie to you. They got to sign a lot of guys. And quite frankly, it's just not looking, it's really not looking good. Detroit's falling apart. And it's really, it's hard to see. I'm going to end this one short. I'm really going to end this one short. Because Detroit's just in a crappy position. They're going 4th overall. You can get a guy like Perfetti. Again, he can go in this left wing slot. Probably second line. I don't think he's going to replace Bertuzzi. If he gets re-signed, he can probably replace Helm, I think. Perfetti would definitely be your number 1 left wing prospect. Probably your number 1 prospect in general over Moritz Seider. Dylan Larkin, this poor kid, he's 24 years old. He's been showing great improvement over the years. It's honestly so sad to see this team struggle this bad. Gagne is probably going to walk. Trevor Daley, he's going to retire or walk. Same with Erickson. And Jimmy Howard's probably going to walk too. This is just a horrible, horrible team. It's going to be a long and hard rebuild for the Detroit Red Wings. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. They have a lot of things to do during the draft. There's not even a lot I can talk about because it's a hit or miss. So I'm leaving you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this is a very short video. There's not a lot to talk about. And thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.